So 12 years ago, my 8th grade teacher told us to write ourselves a letter and she would mail it back to us 5 years down the line. I completely forgot what I had written, so I decided to take a trip down memory lane and see what 13-year-old Ming had to say. I opened it and started reading. All was going swell until I got to the end of the letter. Let's just say things were about to take a turn, and I was beginning to think I should have stayed in bed. What is up guys, it's your boy Ming. If you are new to the channel, you might as well subscribe because let's be honest, after this video, you're going to anyways. Or not. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Anyways, let's begin. I was always fascinated by doomsday prepping, the idea of being ready for the end of the world. My grandpa was the same. He always talked about this ancient family artifact that was passed down generations and generations. He never really told me where it came from, but it was always locked in this ancient box that was never ever to be opened unless the end of times was here. A doomsday box, if you will. My grandpa was very clear with this. He even had a big instruction manual. So as you can imagine, my fascination with the end of the world must have come from my grandfather. I remember back in 2012, there was so much talk about the Mayan calendar ending, which meant that was the day the world was supposed to end. They even made a movie about it. Never saw it, don't plan to. That was 8 years ago, but I'm pretty sure on that day, I didn't really know what to do on my last day on Earth. So I took a big nap and I woke up past 12 and realized I have lived through the end of the world. I'm a survivor. Yeah, it's no big deal. Yes. So fast forward to today, 8 years after the supposed end of the world according to the Mayans. Apparently, recent findings suggest the calendar was misread and the actual date was 2020, this year. I mean, considering how this entire half year has been, from the Australia fires, Kobe dying, a global pandemic shutting the entire world down, putting everybody in quarantine, to the looting and riots. Honestly, it's not hard to believe this might be the end. With this in mind, so I decided to take out the cameras and document the events that unfolded for the days leading up to the supposed end of the world, according to the Mayans, June 21st, 2020. I wrote a letter to myself in 8th grade. This was over 12 years ago, so I was curious what it said. I decided to open the letter and read, "Dear future Ming." As I was reading, the last sentence caught my attention. On June 21st, 2020, the world as we know it will end. I went straight to Google and there were hundreds of articles about it. According to the Mayan calendar, the world was supposed to end back in 2012, but apparently it was misread and the actual date was June 21st. I quickly looked at the calendar and it was today. Holy Sesame Street. According to the Mayan calendar, the world supposedly ended yesterday, but I woke up today, which means it was all a lie. Just like when my father told me he went to buy milk. Lies, lies, lies. Just when I thought the worst was behind us, suddenly I received a Category 1 hurricane warning from my computer. The ground shook momentarily, and it was gone. This must be a sign. I quickly went to check the doomsday letter from the previous day, and the date had changed from June 21st to the 25th. Holy bejeebies, that was 2 days from now. My grandpa left behind an ancient family artifact many years ago. I was given very clear instructions. This box was never to be opened under any circumstance unless the fate of the world depended on it. So I'm not someone who believes in this hocus pocus stuff, until suddenly, I felt an unshakable force from the Earth's crust as I got a national alert. I quickly ran to my computer, and it was worse than I could have ever imagined. Nuclear missiles were about to be launched this way. Holy Teletubbies. I was not ready for this.
Seconds.
to work your mojo.